Bob Dylan's Christian albums were and are considered a creative low point for the artist. The confrontational style turned off a lot of people when he was presenting his ideas, and it wasn't until Every Grain of Sand that people seemed to be okay with him writing explicitly religious material. But I think people are really missing out. There's a lot of cherry tracks on every one of these albums. And though I am an atheist, I do listen to and enjoy a little bit of gospel music, and I can say that as far as the genre, these albums don't suck as gospel music. But also these albums are very Bob Dylan. If you could boil down the perspective of a lot of these songs, it would be, look at these assholes. And that is very Bob Dylan. Positively 4th Street, Mr. Jones, Like a Rolling Stones, Only Upon in Their Games. Those are a lot of, look at these asshole songs. Unfortunately, with the acceptance of a Christian ideology, it was us unbelievers who became the assholes. That's no fun. But when anyone takes any new ideology in, they become the most obnoxious they're ever going to be in their whole life. The cliche is the new vegan or the CrossFit enthusiast, but baby Christians too. But really it's like, you just got married, you just discovered punk rock, you just found out that money controls politics. We get it, that's your thing, but just so you know, you're ruining Christmas for everyone. But there's a softness that happens over time. Most people just stop talking about how they want the world to be and just start living the best that they can. Someone who has thought long about how they live their life is usually worth talking to, even if you don't agree with them. Whereas talking with someone who's only had a few years in their worldview can be very taxing, even if you agree with them. And Bob Dylan never stopped writing religiously influenced songs. He just stopped dropping the J-bomb. There are so many songs that he's written since 1980 that if you're knowledgeable about Christian philosophy, you can see the influence all over the place. Such as 2006, Beyond the Horizon. Let's explore the song. Quickly, musically, it is taken directly from the 1935 song Red Sails in the Sunset. Same melody, same chords. He just like yoink. And you shouldn't be too surprised by that if you are, because Bob Dylan was doing that to folk songs from the beginning, and he continues to do that with lots of influences coming into his orbit. This song was a hint that he was listening to a lot of the Great American Songbook, so that his 3 albums of Frank Sinatra songs shouldn't have been a great surprise to anyone. The real surprise is how good they are. And sprinkled all throughout the song Beyond the Horizon, there's just a lot of song references. Stardust, At the End of the Rainbow, The Bells of St. Mary. Tons of lyrical Easter eggs in this song. Incidentally, if you were to go to bobdylan.com and look at the lyrics for the song while listening to the song, they don't actually agree. There's lyrics that are not in that transcription, and there are transcriptions that he didn't sing. And if you go and listen to any live version, there's even more lyrics. Most of this is in the B part of the AABA structure of the song. It seems that he was continuing to write the song as he performed it. Another quick unrelated observation is looking at the song by how Bob Dylan tells time in it. This song starts with a sunset. We're behind the sun, there's twilight in the stars above, and as the song progresses, we're at midnight, and as the song ends, we can see in the horizon, the skies are so blue, dawn. I thought that was neat. Very subtle. It's cool. But to look at the religious tones of the song, like Rough and Rowdy Ways Key West, the song obviously to me is a read on the life after life, the great hereafter, the great reward, heaven. And how does 80-year-old Bob Dylan describe his thoughts on heaven? Unlike 1977 Bob Dylan, he's not condemning anyone. He doesn't seem to be thinking about hell for all those people who don't accept the holy blood. What lays beyond this life's horizon? Love waits forever, for one and for all. We'll all be on the same side. There's more than a lifetime to spend with love. It's a softer stance than When You Gonna Wake Up. It's the carrot rather than the stick case for religion. For some, visions of flames and gnashing teeth are just empty threats. But living a life now without personal peace and not being able to look to the future without skies of blue, that's the carrot that can draw in the troubled soul.